Good morning, Elaine Dotson here with Elaine's Custom Cards. This is going to be a little bit different video. Today I am going to just show you some alternative cards that I made using the November To You and Yours paper pumpkin kit. I had a lot of fun with this and I still have some paper left over that I haven't finished using. So these two cards right here are the ones that were designed in the kit, and I made two of each of these, and I thought they turned out very well. Then I started doing alternative. I'll lay these out so you can see what I made. I made this one. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. Okay, there's this card. This one's similar, but I changed it up a little bit, and I'll tell you what supplies that I used to make these cards. Here's this one. And there's this one. I had a lot of fun playing with this kit. I like making Christmas cards. Okay, and then this is with, I used up all the paper that came with the kit. And there's this one. That one. And this one. And this one. Now these were all using the different papers that came in the kit. I just cut them and added cardstock, my own envelopes, and so on. So these are those cards. Then what I did was I got an idea off of YouTube from I think it's Rachel Tessman about using the envelope, the inside of the envelope. So, and I'll show you how I cut it up using her idea. So this is the envelope paper. And I made these cards. And then I just used all my own envelopes. I thought they turned out fairly cute. I ran out of the little ferns, so I used a punch, some punches and some dies. And this sort of looks like this the envelope flap. That's where that came from. And there's this card and this card. So I'll show you what I used when I ran out of the fern. I used this punch to do these. Then I used, I like the little red, looks like berries on there. And I'll show you what I used with that. Get all this out of the way. I used Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, Soft Suede, and Crumb Cake inks. I used this embossing folder. Can you see that? On some of the cards. I used this embossing folder, the Softly Falling embossing folder, and then the Wood Planks folder. I really liked this one. And I used this stamp set on some of them. This is the hardwood. I used the burlap on some of them. I used the Night Owl Thinlits dies and cut out these little, they kind of look like the ferns. They're a little short, but I think they worked all right. I used those. For my berries, I used this, and this is from the First Frost bouquet framelit dies, and I cut a lot of those, and I thought they just added to the look of the cards, like this one right here, where I used ferns and then put that, let's see if you can see those little berries. I used this stamp set for some of my things, and I used this for the inside of the cards. I stamped it with the fern stamp from the stamp set that comes with, I buried it here somewhere. Anyway, the stamp set that comes with this kit. Anyway, I used the ferns and then I stamped the berries over the top. So that was from that stamp set. Then I used quite a few of these sentiments because I really liked it and I wanted something different. So I used that, for instance, on this one. So here's the burlap, and this is the inside of the envelope. And then I used some clear of the gems, and this the inside. That's where I did this. And then I did the envelope to match. So I used some of those. I used this Merry Christmas, and then I used the punch that goes with it to punch it out. I used this on one or two cards. And I used, this is from the Farmhouse framelits, and I used this framelit on a few of the cards. Let me find one I used that on. I used a lot of the oval, and here's this one. A lot of the oval framelits and the circle framelits. But here's this right here, because that fit perfectly there. So I used that, and then I used, on the Farmhouse Christmas stamp set, I used this on some of the cards, because I was trying to make them not all the same. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, here it is. This card. And I used the Pinewood Planks embossing folder on this. And here's this image right here. And then I took some of this burlap and I cut it in little strips and then kind of separated it and tied a ribbon. I thought that looked really cute on there. Some of the other ribbon I used, get these out of the way. I used this, and this I think is from the Farmhouse set in the holiday catalog. I thought that went well. I used that on several of the cards. I used up almost all of this. I still have a little bit left and a few cards to make. But I think these cards just turned out really great. Anyway, I would like to know if there's any of them that you're interested in. I have no more of this paper left. What I will do today is show you how I cut the envelope. One envelope left that I was saving to cut on the video. So I'll show you how I did that. And this, like I said, I got this idea from Rachel Tessman. So this is how she told me to do it. Let's see if I can get this on the screen. You just get a very thin edge of this, cut it, And then you do the other side. And I like to go down at the bottom so that I can line up the bottom here. You cut that. And you open it up, and I just cut as close to this fold line because you don't want the fold. So cut as close to the fold line as you can get. And I just cut like that. That's pretty good. If you see that you still have some fold there, which I see a little bit, you can trim it again. Get that fold off of there. Okay. Then I turned it, and I wanted this to be 4 inches across. So I lined it up over here because I'm not sure that's perfectly straight. So I lined it up on the 4-inch mark. Up in and trimmed. And you save this, and I'll show you what to do with it. Then I took and cut the edge off on one end. Thus. And then the other side, I wanted this piece to be 5 1/4, and it comes out just about perfect. Maybe a little bit there. And so there you have a 5 1/4 piece of Designer Series paper that you can use on your cards. Like this one is cut in half. It's this piece cut in half, and you can make 2 cards with that one piece. Then I took the envelope, and she left a little edge, but I didn't want that edge on there. So I just took it and trimmed it off as close as I could get it. And still have plenty of the red. So I did that. And then I trimmed these little pieces off right here. Now, so then, this out of my way. I just threw these pieces away because I didn't want to use them. So let me show you the card again that I made with this one. Right here. So all I did was I took this piece, laid it on here, and then started decorating it. And I thought it turned out just adorable. So that was that one. Then for this piece, I took and I made this card, this card, that one, that envelope with it, this card, there's another one. Anyway, I've got enough to make a few more. I took my whole piece, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I cut the center out, and I think it's, let me tell you what size it is. So you can cut the center out if you want. It's perfect for the front of the different cards, but it is 2 3/4 by 4. So you could easily cut the center out of that and use it, or you can just cut it in half and make several that look like this and not worry about the inside of the card looking like this. I just like that look. This particular card, I just cut the paper, and I think this is a little bit smaller, but I didn't decorate. I didn't put any of it on the inside. And this one, let's see. Most of them, oh. Yeah, most of them I used put on the inside. But I have some more of the paper to make some more of these cards. This just took, it's time consuming. There's that one. It looks just like this one. Well, not just like it. It's a little bit different. See how I make it look completely different using the punch. And here I use the ferns. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. Like I said, if there's any of these cards that you want me to show you how to make, I do have some of this paper left. And I can demonstrate, you know, one or two of these cards so you can see how to make them. And please leave me some comments so I know that you like the video. Please like my video. If you leave a comment, I'll put your name in a drawing and send you one of these cards. And I'll just put your name, I'll just do a drawing and send a card to you if you will leave me a comment, and that way I know that people are watching. And anyway, I hope you have a blessed day and enjoy making your cards.